Coming up next, I'm going to introduce you guys to 5 of my favorite new perfumes. Lots of new stuff coming out right now, and you're going to see a trend of a fruity note that is actually in 3 of these, which I did not pick them because of that. It's just interesting to see how trends happen in perfumery. And there's definitely one coming at you, so find out what they are coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose, and here we are at Osme Perfumery, of course, in their wonderful new boutique. And today's video, and it's been actually a couple weeks. Was out of town for a week, and it's been kind of crazy. And we're just starting summer. So actually, this is the first official summer weekend, and so got some interesting perfumes here for you to see. These are 5 brand new that have just come out recently in the last month or so. And they're in here at Osme now, so I've gotten a chance to smell them. There's other new ones out. I'll talk about maybe some of those in another video, but these 5 really made an impact on me. And so let's go right into this. First is, hold on a second here. Let me get my phone so it's not ringing. The first fragrance that I want to talk about here is from Andrea Mack. The Scandinavian perfumer, artist, and this is a brand new one called Jester. Interestingly, look at the bottle. The kind of calligraphy, the writing, the typography is different from their standard fragrances. This is a little bit more playful. This also is an extrait, okay? So it's an extrait de parfum. The last few of hers have been that. So here's a trend. She's doing more extrait de parfum rather than the just regular eau de parfum. So she's making things a little bit more concentrated. But this starts the trend. This has notes at the top of it of, there's the bottle, apple and interestingly plum. When I first smelled it, I couldn't pick out that plum note, and I was like, what is this interesting kind of fruity, light, fresh note? And from talking to Maurice and Bavik over here, this one just came in and it's already selling out. So it's got some depth to it. It's not just fruity light. It's got, maybe because of the extrait quality to it, but it also has some, I think it has rum. It's got some chocolate in here, musk, vanilla. So interesting combination. I think real nice juxtaposition of notes at the top versus the bottom that gives it a little bit of fruitiness and an interesting twang at the top. So very popular already. I love this house. I think it's one of the better value houses out there. Check it out. Next is the newest from Meline, and we see another trend here. Also apple in the top, one of the notes in the top here. And this one is, oh, sorry, not holding it very well for you there. So there's the bottle. And you can see it is bold as love. So this is a second trend in the video today, other than just apple note at the top, which gives it this definitely kind of fresh, bold. Also has pineapple, so throwing a little bit back to that pineapple reference that was so popular clearly with Creed Aventus years ago. But also ginger gives it a little bit of a spicy sweetness, freshness. This is, I would say, more fresh than Jester, but still got some nice heft and depth to it. But bold as love for you. For those of you out there who are big musician fans, was an album from Jimi Hendricks. So this is kind of a tribute or reference to the classic legendary guitarist, musician Jimi Hendricks from the 60s. And so I like that. I love, this is a little bit of a trend that you saw with Serjoff, which is coming up soon also, when they released Tony Iommi. His fragrance, I guess it was probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, the first one. And he's got another one that's out that's actually coming up next. But Meline, this is, again, from what I've seen already, just from people smelling it in here at the store, is very popular. Both of these, great, great summer fragrances. That's going to lead me into the transition of the next music fragrance, and also continues with some more apple, and this is Deified. Deified from Serjoff and Tony Iommi. Again, the collaboration with the legendary Black Sabbath guitarist, laid down some of the most legendary classic hard metal rock riffs. I play guitar, I suck, I'm very much a beginner, but I love music and I love to learn about it. And man, I've tried to copy some of his riffs. And for those of you who have tried the original Tony Iommi, it is definitely a little bit more harder, a little bit more harder edged. I love it. This one though is gonna be for the masses. This is like if Black Sabbath made a more pop rather than heavy metal sound. That's how it would compare. The original Tony Iommi is just boom. It's like in your face metal. This is more like hard rock. It's gonna be more accessible to the average person. You can take a look at the bottle. Bottle's got that really kind of, again, dark metal look. And interestingly, it also has apple at the top. I have it here sprayed. So this has got a little bit of a sweeter, rounder, softer edge than the original Tony Iommi Deified. This just came in last week. I smelled it for the first time about a week and a half ago, and it already sold out here at Osme. But they've got new bottles coming in, and actually by the time you watch this video, they'll already have more again. So this thing is selling out like hotcakes. I am adding this, going to be adding it also to my personal collection. I love it so much. I wore it a bunch last weekend at the Osme launch party. I was spraying this constantly and I was wearing it and I just love it. So again, so that has the trend of both apple. These first three fragrances have that apple note, but it's also got the Jimi Hendrix musician reference. Next, I'm gonna go with one that's a little bit different from the other ones, and this is Oud Sapphire. Oud Sapphire from, of course, Bodicea. I don't know, Bodicea, I pronounce it both ways. Oud Sapphire. And this is just, I added this in here because if you like oud and you're a real oud fan, you gotta try this. You gotta put it on your skin, you gotta wear it. It is, Bodicea is to me one of the real most elegant, high-end, niche houses out there, and this one delivers. Very approachable. It's not the over-the-top stinky oud, which some of the ones they have are. This is going to be for your person who likes oud, but doesn't necessarily want to go into the really, really hardcore smelling oud. And it's got this dryness to it. The dryness, it's almost like arid or dry quality. It's not humid, as I would say here in Miami. Not overly like wet, but just, it's gonna be a classic oud fragrance. So that's my fourth one. And then last, but certainly not least, I am gonna go with Atelier des Ors, one of their newest fragrances, Blue Meline. Blue Meline, check it out there. Wow, very interesting fragrance here. Your first smell is, again, it's got a little bit of a freshness to it. Bergamot, it's got some cinnamon in here, pink pepper. It's got black, this is where it gets really interesting. It's got black tea, it's got milk, which was a very popular kind of. Okay guys, I'm back here. I had a little battery malfunction. It just ran out and I just want to finish up the, again, Blue Meline here, you can see, and let me hold it up there. So Blue Meline, and I was talking about the milk note, which was kind of popular in niche perfumery a few years ago. It also has Cade. If you've never spelled Cade, it's more of a darker, richer, one of the fragrances from Imaginary Authors, I think it's City on Fire uses that, and it's got a richness, darkness to it. So this is, again, an interesting juxtaposition of kind of lighter, fresher notes at the top versus this more darker bottom. And of course, like all the Atelier bottles, they have the cool flakes that are in there. And I like the blue. I don't know. This is to me just a cool bottle, great fragrance, great house. I love Atelier. I really think that they are one of the most well-blended, exquisite niche perfume houses that is really in the market today. I could spend hours going through their house and just smelling, and everything is so refined and beautiful and rich and decadent and different. So they, to me, really epitomize what is right and great about niche perfumery. But there you go. There's my 5 recommendations for new fragrances that are just recently new or just came out into the market, and the ones that I'm enjoying right now. Let me know if you guys have tried these, what you think, and maybe some other selections. I'll be back soon with another video. As always, guys, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and perfume.